In this session, we're going to talk about maintaining and securing your Joomla website. Joomla, out of the box, is secure. Some of the security issues that Joomla suffers from are from extensions that are poorly written. One of the reasons we talked at length about how to choose good extensions is for this very reason. The problem is somebody will try and hack you. This is just the way it is. For as long as people have been writing good software, people have tried to destroy it. So let's talk about how do we keep Joomla safe. Number one, choose good hosting. Call the ISP that you're using, ask for their customer service, and talk to them about what they know about Joomla and if they like it or not. I've had great experience with some hosts around the web that really like Joomla. So make sure that you talk to your ISP. Look in the forums for different hosting companies that have good reputations. I hesitate to suggest any in this video because by the time you watch this video, things will change. So the best thing is to talk to your current ISP, and if you need to look for a better one, ask other people who use Joomla. The most common problem in Joomla hosting, or any hosting for that matter, is the too good to be true scenario, where you get unlimited bandwidth, unlimited storage for $4 a month. The problem with that is it is too good to be true. And Joomla, as a resource-intensive kind of content management system, is going to need a better hosting solution than the bargain basement, run-of-the-mill, shared hosting options that overload their servers. That's not to say that shared hosting doesn't work for Joomla. Almost all of my websites are on a shared hosting scenario. Number two, keep your Joomla up to date. Maintaining Joomla is like maintaining a car. It has to have those regular checkups. There are two ways to do this. The old-fashioned way is to download the files from joomla.org, upload them via FTP. A couple of things there. Number one, get on the update email list at joomla.org. Just sign up there and they'll send you an email every time there's an update. Secondly, if you upload those files via FTP, make sure that your FTP settings are overwrite files and merge directories. It's very rare that a Joomla upgrade contains all of the files in a Joomla setup, so make sure you're merging directories and overwriting files. The second way to upgrade Joomla is the easy way. Below this video is a link to download a wonderful extension that automates the upgrade of Joomla for you. One word of caution here: if you or your developers have hacked a core file, I strongly recommend that you do not use this solution. Number one, you should never ever hack your files. You should never ever hack the core file unless it's absolutely essential. Number two, if you do, keep a backup of what you've hacked and make sure it's documented. Number three, don't use an automatic updater to update your Joomla install. You'll have to do it manually. I really recommend never hacking a core file. It just creates so many problems down the road. Number three, back up often. Do not rely on your host. Your host may take backups. They may tell you they take backups, but unless you're paying for that service, generally speaking, the backups will be old or unavailable at the moment you need them most. Now, there are a few hosting solutions out there for Joomla that are guaranteeing backups of your data, and that's great. But I strongly suggest you take matters into your own hands here. Two extensions here that you want to use. Joomla Pack, which is an amazing extension, allows you to back up your entire site, all of the files, and the database. We recommend that you do that at least weekly, depending on how often you update your site. For a daily database backup, go grab Lazy Backup. And just again, you can Google that or go to the extensions directory to get that. And it will email your database to you on a daily basis. A phenomenal solution. Your database is the most important part of your Joomla site. You can always reinstall Joomla. You can always upload your template again. But losing your data is critical. When you start to think about 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 articles, there's no way to rebuild that apart from having a backup if something does go wrong. Number four, make sure you do some spring cleaning. I love this picture. This is what Joomla beginners look like downloading extensions. Kids in a candy store. I have to admit, the first time I built a Joomla site, I probably downloaded 30 or 40 different extensions and installed them all just to see what they would do. And I encourage you to do that. It's a lot of fun. However, once you take your site live, make sure that if you're not using it, delete it. And we've talked at length about that. You know how to do that. I encourage you to make sure you take care of that spring cleaning. Number five, work on your own computer, i.e., do the local host install that we've talked about. It's cheap, it's secure, and it's totally trashable. If you like it, you can use it. If you don't, you can start from scratch. The neat thing is, you can start from scratch anytime just by adding new folders and new databases to your local host installation. It is completely secure. Now, one thing, and we mentioned it earlier, if your computer is open to the internet through some kind of proxy server, or you have a web server that's available online, it's no longer completely secure. I strongly suggest that you take precautions there with passwords.